To all the geeks and nerds, welcome to another episode of Beyond Logic. And we're here in the control room where we left off last episode. Still looking cool. I'm pretty happy how this turned out. And yeah, thanks to everyone for all the amazing feedback. It's really, really good. And yeah, we're going to continue this at a later date. Going to wire up some of the farms and contraptions we haven't wired up yet. And obviously when we add more farms, we'll add those as well. But today we have a special project. And first of all, I need to collect a whole bunch of materials. We're going to need something in the realm of 8,000 blocks, something like that. And I've probably gone too far. Right, let's get over to the storage room. Let's fly up to the storage room. And this episode is going to be a little bit different because I don't have very much time at all this week. I'm going away with my son for the whole weekend, including Friday. He's in a football tournament, and so we're going away. It's the boys' weekend away. It's the two of us, so that's pretty cool. But that means I don't have very much time to record at all. So this is going to be probably a bit more of a talky episode as I build up this new thing we'll talk about shortly. So I hope that you don't mind. And yeah, this is something I don't often do, so it's good for me to practice this kind of style as well. So anyway, I've got a list of materials I need. So let me grab the stuff I have here and then we'll go off and find the rest. One thing we're going to need is some brown dye. So we've got these cocoa beans. We don't really have a proper cocoa bean farm, but we've got this kind of ghetto one right here, which is in our kind of starter village that we started our world in. So yeah, I'm going to harvest these up and keep planting them back. We're going to have to get one of these farms sorted out pretty soon, but I think we need about 5 or 6 stacks of these cocoa beans. So yeah, it's going to do this manually for today, but yeah, that will be something to add to the list for sure. And apart from that, most of the other things I think we've already got. We might need some more string because we need a bunch of wool as well. I've got quite a bit of that in stock over at the Death Star, so we should be okay, but if not, we'll go and do some AFKing over at the mob farm, and then we should be good to start the build. All right, let's get these beans planted, and then I'll meet you over at the build site. And this is where we're going to be building our little thing for today, over here in the ocean. And you can see in my my offhand, I've got a map, and it is totally blue. There is nothing else here, so this is a really nice canvas to start building something. So you can probably guess the kind of thing we're up to. We're going to build a map, and it's going to be of something you haven't seen yet. Some of you may have done, some people that have been hanging out in Discord and in some streams and things like that, you may be aware of what we're going to do. But yeah, this is something new. But as I'm building this up, we'll talk about it and give you some more details about all that kind of thing. And also some shenanigans that will be going on this week. Keep you up to date with all that stuff. But here are all the materials. So a bunch of different things in here, as you can see. Not too many, so it's not too bad. But yeah, there we go. A whole bunch of things. So let's get started. I find the hardest bit of a project is actually getting started. So let's just do this. And you can see here, we're going to be using Litematica, which is a mod by Massa from Sci-Fi. And yeah, we're going to be using this to help us. Now, if you're not familiar with this, this is just a client-side mod that just allows us to easily work out where we need to place certain blocks. I've used this kind of thing before. We used it when we built the Death Star. And yeah, I don't use it very often, but I find it's a really good quality of life mod that just helps us place things properly and without spending too much time doing it. I mean, what I could do is I could have like this design that we're doing up on a second screen and sort of refer to it backwards and forwards. But this just helps me out, especially when I'm making a video and I'm tight for time. It just makes things a bit easier. So I know like a lot of people use this kind of thing. So they use it on Sci-Fi. I know some of the hermits have used it. People on our Patreon server use it as well. So I think it's okay as long as you're getting the blocks yourself and you're placing them all as normal. Then I think it's all right. It's just a quality of life thing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use Litematica to help us. Now, if you're interested in using this mod, I'll stick some links in the description so you can go and check it out. It's super cool and yeah, good for 1.13. I'm not sure about 1.14 yet. I guess everyone's waiting for that to be a bit more stable before support for that comes out. And so the first thing to talk about, I guess, is the big milestone we hit. We hit this week. We actually hit it last Sunday. The previous week's episode came out, and then soon after we hit a big number. So yeah, on the screen, I'll show you, this is what happened. It was Sunday afternoon and I was sitting around with the family, was having Sunday dinner. And yeah, we noticed that the magic 10K was getting pretty close. And my son, he's got his own YouTube account and he'd already subscribed to me. So he unsubscribed super quick because he wanted to be number 10,000. And we watched the numbers. And as soon as it got to 9999, he quickly subscribed again, and he was officially number 10,000. So that was my son cheating the system a little bit, but yeah, he is subscriber number 10,000. We did it! Oh, I can't believe it. I mean, this is just absolutely crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. I mean, we've been kind of crocheting up on that number for a little while now, and I haven't really thought about like the number of people and things like that, subscribers. I mean, we have spoke about it before, but 10,000 people have hit the subscribe button. That's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. I'm just a guy playing this game, uploading some videos, but to get that kind of support from everyone, it's just absolutely mind blowing. So, you know, I just want to say a really big thank you to everyone who's given me all the support, and yeah, it's helped out. I mean, I've got so many people in the community. I can't list every single person because I'll just be here all day. So everyone that's helped me out, you know who you are, but there are a couple of people I do want to just call out as a special thank you, you know, special, you know, give you some special love because you deserve some special praise. So in no particular order, so Rozzy is he's the main man. He's in our Discord, he moderates everything, he's an admin, and yeah, gives me so much support and advice and just helps out just generally. So such a really nice guy, super cool. So Rozzy, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't know what else to say really. I'm not really good at this kind of thing, but yeah, I can't even place blocks either. And of course, on the same vein, we've got Zeraf as well, who has appeared on the on his own special episode number 75. We built Starbug together, and again, a massive support. So helpful, so kind. Just advice and just having another shoulder to I was gonna say another shoulder to cry on, but yeah, have a sounding board to kind of talk things through, you know, that kind of thing. And as well as that, obviously we've got the Oscar as well, another main man, part of the world tour, main man on the Patreon server, and just, you know, again, like a super cool guy, super nice, full of support and advice. And also White Rabbit as well, another guy, a bit less active on Discord publicly, but privately he's still around, and yeah, another main man helping me out. So to those guys in particular, thank you so much, really appreciate it. Wish I could put into words just how helpful you've been and how great you are, but yeah, I'm not quite sure what else I can say, but yeah, thank you. And of course everyone else in the community, we've got other admins and mods. We've got Akoi, who's another one of our admins, another cool guy, and of course we've got a whole bunch of mods as well that help out everywhere. So thank you to everyone that's helped out. Sorry I can't name all of you, but I would literally be here all day long spewing my guts up about it. But yeah, thanks so much everyone. I really appreciate it. I had to take a little break there. I was getting a little bit emotional, but yeah, I'm back now. I've managed to recover. But yeah, so yeah, as I said, yeah, just a big thank you to everyone in the community for helping out and giving us support. You know, you don't have to be like super involved like some of the other guys. You know, even just you know, the odd comment here or there, or just being in Discord, you know, chatting away with everyone else, just being nice and friendly, that kind of thing. That all helps, and because I think the community we've got now that we've grown over time, it's such a nice community. I think everyone that comes in is pretty surprised just how nice it is and just how cool everyone is. So yeah, and that's down to everyone else. That's not down to me. That's down to you lot. You know, in Discord, in the comments, all being nice and friendly and constructive. That's what it's all about. So yeah, lots of helping people out, helping each other out. And speaking of that, that moves me on to my next person I want to talk about, and that is the main man, my partner in crime, Methods, when it comes to Dissecting Minecraft. And yeah, he's been in the community. So obviously we do that series together. But not only that, he's always hanging around in our Discord, helping people out. People have all sorts of questions about the game and whatnot. And he's always super helpful, always happy to help people. So Methods, thanks so much for all your support and help, and just being an awesome part of the community. Yeah, it's been really good. And yeah, long may it continue. Of course, as we work, we are creating the perfect habitat for these guys. Yeah, we need to be careful because this could end badly if we're not careful, but I think we should be okay. I'm going to make sure I sleep regularly. I'm not sure if I really want to light this place up Maybe I'll just keep sleeping. I've got my bed with me, so yeah, just keep sleeping. We'll be all right. All right, so the last of the mobs have been dispatched, and yeah, we are clear again. So yeah, I guess we better talk about what we're building here. So I guess you can kind of see something coming into shape there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that map open the whole time, and yeah, I'm not going to show you the whole thing. You can just kind of see it reveal itself over time. But yeah, this is going to be the new face of the channel. I think it's about time we had a bit of an update now, and with the 10K, it's a good landmark to spruce up the branding, if you like, and give ourselves a more professional look. So that's going to be part of it. So I haven't used this anywhere else yet. I thought I'd build it up in the world first and kind of make that the reveal. And then what we're going to do is during the week we'll start adding this and replacing our avatar and all the other pieces of artwork you'll see around the channel in due course. So watch out for that, and yeah, we'll see what you think about this as it evolves. So where did this piece of artwork come from? Well, this is not my own work. This is not something that I can do. This is from the mighty Joel Duggan, who is one half of the Spawn Chunks podcast. He does that with Pixel Riffs, and I was lucky enough to meet those guys and be on there for an episode, which is really cool. So yeah, so I commissioned him to do this piece of work for us, and yeah, he's done an amazing job. This is really good stuff. I'll stick a link in the description to Joel's bits and pieces. So if this is the kind of thing you're interested in, then obviously you can hit him up, and I'm sure he'll talk you through the process of what's involved. So yeah, super happy with how this has turned out, and as you see it growing, hopefully hopefully you'll agree it's pretty good. Obviously, when it's a Minecraft map like this, you're not going to get the best first impression, because obviously there's lots of color limitations. But what we'll do at the end of the episode, I'll show you the actual piece of artwork, and you can compare it to the map and see what you think. So what about some talk of the future? So I've got a couple of things in my mind about the future of this channel, and what I'm kind of focusing on the most at the moment. So first of all, obviously we've got the 1.14 update, which is going to come at some point. So we're probably going to wait for 1.14.1 or 0.2, depending on what happens in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see how that goes. And of course, when that does drop, there is going to be a bunch of new things we can do, a bunch of new farms and stuff we need to think about, and also fixing up some old farms. So that's going to be on the horizon. Now, the other thing I'm thinking about more generally is episode number 100. We are closing in on episode 100. After this one, we've got about 19 episodes to go, I think. And I have a plan. I've listed out all of the episodes that I have planned between now and episode 100, because in episode 100, typically that's when we have a world download, and yeah, you guys can download this world and have a look around and see for yourself. Now, I want that to be a really good experience. So what I'm trying to do over the next 19 or so episodes, as well as obviously giving you some good content and doing some fun things, I want to try and get this world into a good state where we've got lots of things finished off, and it's like a good experience for when you kind of spawn in the world and then you want to go about. So for example, at the moment, our spawn area, we have our iron farm there, but basically when you spawn into the world for the first time, you're just in a big field, and there's not much else to do from there. It's not very easy to know where to go from there to go to the next part, stuff like that. So I think I want to have like a spawn building. I've got some ideas of what that's going to be, and then some pathways over to our village, and yeah, stuff like that. So the idea is that you'll be able to go around the world and have all these kind of things completed as much as possible. Now, things like the Death Star, that's not going to be complete, but obviously we want to put some more things in there, make some more progress. So yeah, but I have a plan. I have a plan. So over the next few weeks, you will see some focus on getting some things finished, kind of joining the dots between some things we've already done, and kind of getting the kind of quality of the world up to the standard where I'd like it to be. And now, tying together the future and also this design, you can tell now, I think we've probably done enough now. If you look at the map, you can tell the kind of style we're going for here. This is like a more cartoony style. I'll kind of just stay still for a minute. So yeah, and I think, yeah, that's very deliberate. So we didn't want to go for like a Minecrafty style. We want to keep this more sort of open-ended. So on the channel, we could do all sorts of different things. It doesn't have to be Minecraft related, because at some point I would like to do some other games maybe. In particular, I'm thinking about Hightail. At the moment, there's a lot of hype about that game, and what we've seen so far from their blog posts, it is looking pretty good. I hope they've got some level of automation, some components of like technical aspects like we do in Minecraft, but they haven't said anything about that yet. But if they do, oh man, that game might be the one that takes up some of our time. So looking forward to that. But yeah, that's the reason why this kind of design is a bit more kind of open. So rather than painting ourselves into a corner, you know, with just focusing on Minecraft only, trying to keep our options open. And so the other bit of news, I guess, to tie things together, relating to 1.14 and also things that happened this week. So obviously we got to the 10K as we talked about, but that definitely came along a little bit quicker than expected because a few things happened. So first of all, I released a video, a new wither skeleton farm, and yeah, that's for 1.14, and that's blown up. It's gone really well compared to my other videos anyway. So typically for me, my videos tend to get after a week, after they've been up for about a week, they get about 1,000 to 1,500 views, that kind of level. That's kind of typical. But the Wither Skeleton Skull has got 38,000 views in a week, which for me that is a lot. Now I know obviously for the big YouTubers that's nothing, but yeah, for me that is a very popular video. So I guess there might be some new people that have found the channel because of that video. So welcome, welcome to the Geek Squad. And yeah, that's really helped out. And the other thing that happened this week, of course, as well, is that we got mentioned by a couple of prominent people. So first of all, Nembom did a video about the mob spawning that we spoke about on this channel a bit earlier. One of our other episodes, we spoke about that. So he did a video about that stuff and going into more detail and how it affects one of his farms in particular. So that was good. We got a mention there, which is good because obviously we were part of a small part of that process of finding out what was going on. And then after that. The Azumovoid X himself gave us a mention. Again, he was doing some videos about, or a video about mob spawning in 1.14, and he asked on Twitter about some things he could cover in a myth busting. So I sent him a couple of tweets about the mob spawning changes and try to give him some details about obviously what the change was, who found it. You know, so I told him how that all happened with the Sci-Fi guys getting involved and actually working out what the problem was. So, but yeah, then he did a video on it and yeah, gave us a mention. So I guess we've probably got a few people from that as well, which is also super awesome. As I work on my second eye, this is all coming together. I have a question. I have a question that I think will be very useful for me if I get your feedback on this. So I want to talk about streaming for a second. So I have a schedule where I stream every Monday evening at 9:30 UK time. And the problem I've got at the moment is that the last couple of weeks, it's been a bit difficult for me to actually stream just because of real life things going on. So I wasn't able to do that stream as usual. But the thing is, I think I probably could do some more streams during the week, but it depends on what you guys want to see or not see, should the case may be. So obviously during the week I do a lot of work on the episode itself, lots of building, lots of all sorts of different bits and pieces, designing and that kind of stuff. So I could stream that stuff, but of course then that would spoil the episode. So what do you think? Do you think it's okay in streams to actually work on the episode itself? And if you come into the stream, you will likely see spoilers for the episode to come. Or would you prefer it that streams are nowhere near what goes on with the episode? Now, the problem I've got is that if it's something that's not to do with the episode, that means I'm spending time on things that are not the episode, right? And normally my free time, the only free time I have is the time to work on episodes. So it's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. I can do more streams if I stream the video making process. But if I don't do that and try and avoid spoilers, then it's difficult to find time to stream the other content. So yeah, so what do you think? So in streams in general, not just from me maybe, but from other people as well, do you mind seeing spoilers in those things? Would you prefer them to be totally different, like have like stream projects, that kind of thing? What do you think? So yeah, let me know in the comments. How do you feel about streaming? What kind of content should be streamed? And yeah, that will help me make some decisions about what I do. We are getting pretty close. As you can see, we're just up into the hairline now. We're doing all the hair, and you can see the shape of it. I've gone around the outside, so probably get a pretty good idea of how this is going to look. And in fact, obviously this is based on my Minecraft skin. That's where we got obviously the inspiration. See my bow tie and my my braces, stuff like that. But this is actually pretty realistic to how I look in real life. You know, I've got blue eyes and brown hair. I've just had a haircut, so my hair is not as long as it is here. But yeah, normally This is pretty accurate. Yeah, I've got the black glasses as well. So yeah, this is actually me. So there, face reveal. So yeah, I guess the other thing to talk about that was this week was Endgame. Now, before we carry on, no spoilers. I'm not going to say anything that's going to spoil anything. And obviously, if you have seen it, don't leave any spoilers in the comments. That is not good. That is bad news. But yeah, it was really good. I've seen it twice so far. My daughter wants to see it for a third time. She wants to see it for a second time, which would be my third time. So I think we'll probably do that next week at some point. But yeah, really enjoyed it. And I was thinking back to the very first Iron Man film. I remember going to see that at the cinema with one of my friends, and he's a big comic nerd, so he knew like all the story and stuff like that. And he said to me at the time, 10 years ago, he said, "Well, this is going to be a big long story arc over 10 years, over 22 films, something like that, and it's all going to come together in the Infinity Wars." And I was like, man, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I didn't know who Thanos was. Didn't know anything really of the story. I'm not really a big comic guy. But yeah, now it's all kind of come round, and we've got to the end. I guess the end of this phase of the MCU. But yeah, really good and amazing that a company could produce so many quality films with one big story arc, and it all make some kind of coherent sense. I think some of the films were maybe better than others. There were certainly some were not so good. I mean, Thor 2 wasn't the greatest film, I don't think, but all in all, there aren't really like terrible films. They're all pretty good and all enjoyable. So yeah, if you liked Marvel films, if you like the story, if you like the MCU and you haven't seen it already, then get yourself over to the cinema, go and see Endgame, because I think you will enjoy it. I cannot believe I just did that. Seriously, look at my levels. Look at my inventory. It's all gone. I died. What the heck? So I pretty much finished up, and I paused the game. Well, I thought I paused the game. I wanted to go and get a drink and that kind of stuff, have a break for a minute before I just finished this thing off. And I came back and I was dead. I was in the water. I was slain by a zombie. And all my stuff is gone. I've had a look around and it's all gone. So it must have been quite some time ago. So this is all done, as you can see here, except for this little bit over here. I just left this here. I thought, I was going to go and get a drink, have a little break, finish this last bit off together. And yeah, then we can sort of wrap things up and whatnot. But yeah, I died. I was down there somewhere. But the problem now is that I have no ender chest. I have no nothing. I am stranded in the middle of an ocean, standing on my face. Oh, gosh. I think luckily, as luck would have it, I actually put a portal down in that direction, I think. So if we were to swim this way, we'll get to a portal, and that links up to the mining mesa portal. So we should be able to use our boat to then get back to some kind of civilization where we've got an ender chest, and then we can get geared up a little bit at least. But we've lost another elytra, another set of tools, another set of armor. I think most of the other things, I think I put away in the ender chest, so probably lost a couple of shulker boxes with some blocks in, but nothing important. But here's a portal. Oh man. Why? I think this deserves one of these things. Okay, I think we're sort of saved. Here's a ender chest back at the Castle Barad-dûr. So we've got our backup gear, and yeah, this is my golden rule. If ever I have to take something out of these pink shulker boxes, they must go back in the ender chest immediately, just in case. So we've got a few things. Got the elytra. Not got any. Oh, got some leggings. Oh, got some janky stuff here. All right, got an old sword. All right. Okay. Oh man, this is got a pick here. Yep. Okay. All right. Let me get some geared up, and yeah, let's get this thing finished off. But we can't finish this off until we get the concrete we need. Need some brown concrete, and of course also a map so I can show you what it actually looks like. So we have to come all the way back here to the Death Star to get it. So let me get this stuff, and then I'll meet you back and we can get this thing finished. All right, we made it back. We are here. I've got an empty map, so let's do the map first, I guess. Let's do that, and oh, there we go. There it is. All right, let's finish this off. So let's put that in the offhand. There we go. All right, we're back. Oh, geez, what a mistake, huh? What a mistake. I'm sure I paused. Anyway, let's not get distracted. So let's fill this last bit in, just these last few blocks. And as I'm doing this, one other thing I'll mention is that I think what I'd like to do next is maybe update my skin a little bit to match. I think some of my skin's a little bit dated, I think. And I think I still want to keep the same style, still keep the same, glasses and bow tie, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think I might do a little bit of sprucing up. So if anyone is experienced with doing skins in Minecraft, like pixel art, that kind of stuff, maybe with different layers, that kind of thing, maybe get in touch and see what we can do. Right, here's the last block. Let's get it in. There it is. Oh, yes. Right, let's go and put this over on an item frame and to see how it looks. Okay, ready? Here we go. Bang. There we are. There it is. All done. Oh, yes. That is looking awesome. All right, yeah, so yeah, there it is. And I've got plans for this. We're going to use it in a few places, but we'll see that in the future. Oh, yes, very happy. So let's fly up in the sky and have a look at this thing from the air and see what it looks like. Let's do this. Let's turn around. Maybe I should have got some slow falling. Let's go and swoop down and see this thing. There it is. Oh, look at that. Looking awesome. Looking really good. Joel has done a great job. Looks really good. Looks really good. There we go. Let's swoop in again for a second pass. Looking cool. Looking very cool indeed. Last of all, I'd like to show you the actual piece of artwork rather than this this Minecraft recreation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom into this just like that, so you get this on this side, and I'm going to put the actual artwork over there on the right, so you can compare the two, and you can see that this piece of artwork that Joel has done is pretty good, absolutely amazing stuff. What a talented guy. So yeah, really happy with this, really happy how it's turned out, and yeah, we're going to make good use of this for sure. What a handsome chap, don't you agree? So yeah, get used to this face. You'll be seeing it a lot. I'm going to update all of my profiles, so YouTube, my avatar there, my Twitter and Discord, all those kind of things. So you'll be seeing this face around. And of course, now we hit the 10K, we have to be taken seriously as a YouTuber, and all serious YouTubers have merch. That's right. Merch is coming. So up on the screen, our first piece of merch is a mug. So if you want to enjoy a nice cup of tea like I do, then get yourself a Logical Geek Boy mug and yeah, enjoy a cup of tea. Now, I'm not really going to make much money out of this at all. Maybe only a couple of dollars. But yeah, really this is about giving something back to the community. I've had a few people ask me about having some mugs or some kind of merch. So I probably won't mention it again. But if you want one of these, there'll be a link in the description. And yeah, go and check it out and enjoy a brew. And that is about it for another episode. So if you enjoyed it, then please hit the like button. And if you are new, then feel free to subscribe. And if you've got any comments or suggestions or any kind of feedback, then get it in that comment section. All right, my geeks, until next time, I will see you later.